afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Brady Mallory's in for Susan Simon, who apparently is in Zurich today.
Yeah, she's posting a bunch of photos. We saw some cool buildings, some chocolates.
Lots of chocolates.
If you're watching Susan later, you can bring some back.
Yeah, hint, hint, hint. Having a great time. Good to see.
Yeah.
Good to have you here today. Topping our news, just in the last 30 minutes, the Madison Metropolitan School District made a critical masking decision for the upcoming school year. McKenna Alexander standing by with the details.
And Dane County authorities collected more than 500 weapons during its first Gift Cards for Guns event over the weekend. We hear from the Dane County Sheriff to find out how this may affect his department.
And they'll soon be making a whole lot more cheese in Broadhead. We'll tell you how coming up. Let's take a look outside. Great day today, middle of August.
That chirping, they sound very happy out there to be outside.
Wet and cool weekend, however, enjoyed as it is. Greg Barnhart, our brand new meteorologist, is standing by in the backyard.
Greg.
We'll talk to you later on, but a great day today.
It is absolutely gorgeous right now. Some sky cover out there with some frivolous Q, but otherwise, like you said, for the middle of August, you can't beat upper 70s right now, but it actually is quite normal for this time of year. Sky condition, you can see, actually we've cleared out because some of the effects from the lake have actually lowered the dew points. We'll show you that in a bit. But otherwise, we got some scattered cumulus out there and more cloud cover as you go further west, but it is actually fairly nice. We've actually reached 80 in a few spots. Otherwise, it's mid to upper 70s, actually cooler as you get towards the lake. But overall, east-northeast winds. Dew points, like I said, substantial drop as you go towards the Milwaukee area due to the lake. Otherwise, we've gotten overall drier and more comfortable than we were yesterday. For tonight, we're looking at cloud cover to clear out with mid to upper 70s, drop down to the 60s. And we're going to look down at the traffic, and otherwise traffic should be good to go for a 4 o'clock hour. There are no issues to speak of right now. Driving conditions are good. Nothing reported as you zoom around the area. So overall, traffic and the weather is looking good right now.
All right, Greg, we'll check back with and talk to you a bit more about you coming up.
Can't wait.
All right.
Sounds good.
Speaking of wait, the wait is over to find out if kids in Madison's public schools will need to mask up.
Breaking in the last 45 minutes, the district announced masks will be optional when school starts in 2 weeks.
McKenna Alexander is here to discuss the new guidelines. McKenna?
As you get ready to pack your child's backpack with notebooks, pens, and pencils, you may be wondering what to do with their mask. The Madison School District now says, at least for now, it's up to personal choice. The CDC issued new guidance for schools last week, which included getting rid of the 6-foot distancing recommendation, but did suggest students and staff wear masks in places where COVID spread is high. That would be Dane County at the moment. A doctor from SSM Health told me he actually didn't expect MMSD to issue a mask mandate this year, given the strides that have been made in battling this pandemic.
We're in a completely different place than we were a couple of years ago, even a year ago, right? With the combined efforts of vaccines and illness, you know, we're seeing less severe illnesses. We've got better treatment. We also now are going to have hopefully a little different perspective from the variants as far as the vaccines that are coming out.
However, Dr. Artmaker does stress this does not mean mitigation measures should be ignored. Frequent hand washing, social distancing, and vaccination are still the best tools against COVID. And if you prefer to wear a mask, it only adds another great layer of protection. If you'd like to see the fully released guidance from MMSD, you can visit our website over at channel3000.com.
McKenna, thank you. It is primary day in 2 key red states, Alaska and Wyoming, where Congresswoman Liz Cheney is in the political fight of her life.
Yeah, both elections offer some of the final tests for former President Donald Trump and his brand of politics ahead of the November election.
Robert Costa has more from Jackson, Wyoming.
Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney was accompanied by her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney, as she cast her ballot for re-election.
Today, no matter what the outcome is certainly the beginning of a battle that is going to continue, is going to go on. And as a country, we're facing very challenging and difficult times. We're facing a moment where our democracy really is under attack and under threat.
Cheney, vice chair of the January 6th committee, is one of former President Trump's most vocal Republican critics.
I have no regrets. I feel very proud about all the work that I've done together with people of Wyoming over the last 6 years. really understand and recognize there's nothing more important than the defense of our Constitution.
Her Trump-backed opponent, attorney Harriet Hageman, has falsely claimed the 2020 election was rigged, and she has blasted Cheney for her role on the House Select Committee.
She focuses an awful lot of time on the January 6th committee, but she's not addressing the issues that are important to Wyoming.
Cheney is trailing in the polls, but calling on Democrats to switch parties and vote for her.
Who in the Democratic Party is doing what Liz Cheney is doing, risking their careers to come to the center?
Congresswoman Cheney is expected to deliver a speech saying that Trump, she believes, is a threat to American democracy. She has also not ruled out another run for office, including a possible 2024 presidential bid.
In Alaska, former governor and vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin is hoping to make a political comeback with Donald Trump's endorsement. Palin's name appears on the ballot twice to replace Alaska Congressman Don Young, who died in March, and for a 2-year term that starts in January. Robert Costa, CBS News, Jackson, Wyoming.
Former President Trump received 70% of the vote in Wyoming in 2020. Cheney wasn't far behind, with 68% for her third term as Wyoming's only representative in the U.S. House.
Well, more than 500 weapons are off the streets of Dane County, and former owners have tens of thousands of dollars worth of gift cards in their pockets.
That's thanks to a gun buyback event in Dane County this weekend, the first of its kind here. Tahlil Mohideen joins us with some of the specifics on what police collected. Tahlil? Well, it's safe to say organizers were pleasantly surprised by the 577 weapons turned over on Saturday at the Alliant Energy Center, and they're calling it
I was supposed to be on,
big
but,
success.
No one was physically there, and it said
The Dane County Sheriff told us this morning more than 250 cars came through the drop-off during 4 hours. Now, we should note these aren't all guns in the sense that you might think. Some were pellet, BB, or paintball guns, but police did take in 333 long guns, 11 of which were assault-style rifles. And they also collected 95 handguns and 380 pounds of ammo.
I could stand up here before you as a sheriff and play it cool and say that I expected this, but I'm going to tell you, we did not expect this amount of community involvement. We did not expect this amount of weapons, this amount of relevant weapons.
The sheriff said his focus is deeper than just getting guns out of the hands of potential criminals. And he also wanted to get unwanted guns off the streets, raise gun violence awareness, and promote education. The DCSO handed out more than $43,000 in gas and grocery cards. Well, Sheriff Calvin Barrett says the event was just one step toward addressing violence in our community. And tonight at 5, Tahlil will have another look at plans to host another buyback and hear from critics who say these efforts are a waste of money.
Well, several media outlets, including CBS News, have petitioned the court to unseal the affidavit which was used as justification for the FBI search of former President Trump's home. The president wrote, quote, "I call for the immediate release of the completely unredacted affidavit pertaining to this horrible and shocking break-in." The Department of Justice is fighting to keep the affidavit sealed. In court documents filed late Monday, prosecutors argued that making the affidavit public would cause significant and irreparable damage. The DOJ also said it would serve as a roadmap to the government's ongoing investigation and chill future cooperation by witnesses.
The situation at the Mexican border was the topic of a roundtable discussion called by Senator Ron Johnson in Milwaukee today. Johnson, who is a member of the Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee, said he wanted to hear about what he called the failures of the Biden administration. Johnson, who is up for re-election this year, invited border security leaders, immigration experts, and the parent of a teen who died of a fentanyl overdose in 2014.
A vessel carrying more than 23,000 metric tons of wheat has left Ukraine and is en route to Africa. The shipment will be delivered to Ethiopia as part of the World Food Programme's response to the drought there. It's expected to arrive in 2 weeks.
We're very excited that this is the first ship to be leaving this port and that a humanitarian ship is really leading the way. We also hope that this will be the beginning of normal operations and that Ukrainian food can start to go out and support the world and end hunger and bring down global food prices.
A record 345 million people in 82 countries are now facing acute food insecurity, while up to 50 million people in 45 countries are right on the edge of famine and require humanitarian support in order to survive.
Decatur Dairy in Brodhead officially broke ground today on a $6 million, 23,000 square foot cheese plant addition. The expansion was made possible in part by a recent grant for dairy processors from the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. The plant produces cheese and milk from more than 70 cooperative members in the area.
So what started as a simple storage shed has turned into a much more complex project that one will help keep Decatur Dairy and the future generations, along with the farmers and our future generations, an opportunity to stay competitive and successful in this dairy industry.
Decatur Dairy on County Highway F west of Brodhead is open daily, except on Sunday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. with both retail and lunch options.
Fresh from the factory, can't beat that. Well, still to come at 4, it might be time to plan a fall European vacation, or at least dream about one.
CBS travel editor Peter Greenberg joins us next to tell us why Europe is such a bargain right now. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
I'm a mom of 4 kids. We have one in high school, a toddler, and our latest addition, 7-month-old twins. I can appreciate the impacts of inflation. DC liberals just keep spending. All that money isn't free, and families are paying the price. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to help Wisconsin families. He voted against reckless spending that caused inflation and to cut waste in Washington. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to keep fighting to stop the spending and hold DC liberals accountable.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
The Stanley Steamer started with 1 man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. We've been cleaning tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, and a whole lot more. We don't just clean carpets, we clean homes. So when your home needs a cleaning, give us a ring at 1-800-STEAMER.
Allergies just try to stop us being the greatest versions of ourselves. Allegra lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl. So trees, you won't take us down.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin, so dust, you won't wipe us out.
And unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make us drowsy. So fur, you won't phase us.
Take Allegra before your allergy symptoms take over you.
Live your
greatness.
And new Allegra Hives works to relieve itching and reduce hives for 24 hours.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road this summer. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, get 0% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked 3rd shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
The Biden administration will automatically cancel nearly $4 billion more in student loan debt.
The Department of Education announced today this move will affect more than 200,000 former students who attended the now defunct for-profit ITT Technical Institute. ITT Tech shut down in 2016, shortly after the government pulled the plug on its federal funding because the school had failed to show it was in compliance with certain accreditation standards.
Actor Ezra Miller is getting help for mental health issues. You might recognize them as the Flash from multiple DC superhero films. And they're set to play the same role in the Flash movie next year. But the embattled actor, who is non-binary and uses they and them pronouns, has been getting attention for their actions off screen. According to reporting by Variety, Miller apologized, saying, "Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment."
Keeping a credit card balance could cost you a lot more this year. That's according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which notes credit card interest rates are going up. The Federal Reserve has been raising interest rates to combat inflation this year. The Consumer Watchdog Agency notes more families are using credit cards to pay for necessities like gas and groceries, but borrowing comes at a cost. According to the Bureau, if you factor in current interest rates, a person with a $5,000 balance on the credit card could pay an additional $1,000 in interest over the course of just a year.
Walmart's price slashing appears to have helped bring traffic into its stores over the past few months. Today, the retailer announced sales rose 9% last quarter. This profit surge outperformed expectations from Wall Street and comes despite the current inflation situation in the U.S. It also sent Walmart shares up 3% in pre-market trading. One thing that likely played a factor in consumer spending, Walmart recently trimmed prices on some products, including some big-ticket items due to being overstocked.
Well, stocks closed mixed on Wall Street as crude oil drops to its lowest price since January. The Dow Industrials gained 239 points, closing at 34,152. The Nasdaq lost 25 points, but the S&P 500 added 8.
Now, the price to fly continues to fall. Last week, we talked about airfares down 27% on average since May. Today, they've dropped even more.
Earlier this afternoon, I talked to senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg from CBS. He was in Las Vegas. Peter's at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. Good for you. Did you get a good fare flying to Vegas?
Actually, I got a better fare flying to Vegas, and as you will around the country right now, airfares are down about 27% since May, and they're going down another 20% as we get closer to Labor Day for flights throughout the rest of the year. So if you're a smart traveler, wait for those fares to plummet off the cliff, which they will in about 10 days, and now you're in a great position to basically benefit from that buyer's market throughout the rest of this year.
Is this both domestic and international?
It will be. Listen, the airlines are cutting back on their domestic flights. That's a fact. American Airlines announced today a 31% slash in their domestic schedule for November. That'll give you an idea of how far the cuts are coming. But airlines like American, Delta, and United are doubling and tripling down on their international long-haul routes. They've all announced new service. Delta from Los Angeles to Tahiti, American from New York to Doha. The big winner here would be United. They've now become the largest transatlantic carrier in the United States, more than British Airways, Delta, and American combined. They're flying to everywhere from Nice to the Canary Islands, to the Azores, to Amman, Jordan. And of course, anytime you have introductory flights, especially in the fourth quarter, you're going to get introductory airfares. So look out for those as well.
What role does the exchange rate with the U.S. dollar play in all of this?
It's been very important, especially since the dollar is more or less still on a par with the euro. It's very strong against many other foreign currencies. In fact, its strongest point in the last 20 years. Now, we're not talking about airfares or hotel rates. We're talking about basic goods and services that the locals pay, that you'd also pay for everything from a cab ride to a tube of toothpaste to a night at a restaurant. And those savings really add up when the dollar is this strong.
So it's quite a bargain to maybe go to Europe in the fall.
It is. And look, it always has been seasonally, but this year especially because of all the new routes the airlines are now starting. They want to make you aware of those routes. Those fares will come down. I've seen fares as low as $530 from Newark to Lisbon starting on September 10th. So that's just one indication. That's a round-trip fare of how low these fares are going to go.
We're sort of finally getting back to somewhat normal following the pandemic. Did the airlines learn anything in the last 2.5 years?
Well, I hope they have. The first thing they have to learn, and hopefully they've learned it, is you can't schedule an airline unless you know you can support that schedule. This is not about being competitive, it's about being intelligent. And I think what's going to happen now is they're going to have to be, held to the fire, probably by the U.S. Department of Transportation, that you can't publish a schedule unless you can prove to us you can support it. Let's hope they've learned that lesson, and most importantly, let's hope they apply it.
Let's keep an eye on those airfares as the weeks progress, and don't lose all your money on the craps table, Peter.
Thank you, Mark.
We'll see you later. So wait a couple of weeks, keep an eye on the airfares, but they're going to plummet.
Yeah, well, it's nice knowing because I think everyone's itching to go somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
The Azores, that sounds nice.
Oh, perfect. Well, still to come at for it's business in the front, party in the back for an 8-year-old Wisconsin boy.
And he's about to go about the business of winning a national title. That story is coming up after Greg's first warm forecast.
Attention homeowners, we started with 50. Now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Call Wisconsin's #1 remodeler, Mad City Baths, your trusted local source for stunning bathroom transformations. From baths and tub to shower conversions to walk-in tubs, professionally installed in as little as 1 day. Call to be one of 30 homeowners who receive special savings with free installation on a new bath or shower. 18 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts. We'll take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Senator Johnson's working family defined him. He and his brothers and sisters were raised by 2 loving parents with deep faith who taught him the value of work. As a young man, he shoveled driveways, mowed lawns, delivered papers, caddied, played Little League baseball, and baled hay on his uncle's farm. At 15, he got a dishwashing job at Walgreens Grill and became night manager before he was 16. After college, he married Jane, his wife of 45 years, and moved to Oshkosh to start a manufacturing business with Jane's brother. For the first year, the two traded 12-hour shifts. Over the next 30 years, Senator Johnson performed just about every task in that business. He installed and operated the equipment, loaded trucks, kept the books, and sold its products all over the world. His business didn't export jobs, it exported plastic. His quiet but extensive charitable work was never done for show, but simply to lend a helping hand, a value he learned from our parents. He's my brother and my best friend.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin.
Ask about our Designer Kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
We'll take a look at this. A Swiss artist takes on an annual project to build clay sculptures on the banks of a dried-up river. Well, this summer's he's gone all out. This year's drought afflicting Europe allows him to extend his dream world. The drought allowed him to build an entire city of spires. The artist wants it to rain to help ease the drought, but he's sad at the thought of his dream world disappearing once the rain begins.
That's pretty amazing.
It is. Look at the detail.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly am not thinking, why don't I build something out of this right now? Anyway.
All right. Well, in lighter news, the Girl Scouts revealed the latest cookie in their lineup.
Raspberry Rally is described as a sister cookie to the Thin Mints. Now, this is infused with raspberry flavor instead of mint and dipped in the same chocolate coating. Raspberry Rally will be the first Girl Scout cookie available only for online purchases and delivery directly to homes. The group says the goal is to help Girl Scouts build e-commerce skills. The new cookies will be available during the 2023 cookie season, which runs January to April.
We have to wait till January?
Well, they want to build up the hype.
Don't mess with the Thin Mints.
I'm excited about these.
All
These
right.
might be good to try. Well, it may still be summer here in Wisconsin, but for those of you craving cooler temps and all things fall,
Dunkin' has announced it's bringing back pumpkin-flavored drinks and bakery items A little early, like tomorrow. What? Dunkin's fall lineup includes its pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin cream cold brew, and a brand new nutty pumpkin coffee.
It's only a matter of time before the infinity scarves are out for fall.
The Halloween stuff's out.
You know.
Speaking of adding to the lineup, we have a new meteorologist on board. Greg Barnhart is here. Welcome to the team.
Oh, hi.
And Richland Center native?
Yeah, I grew up there on a dairy farm and then went off to college in the military and did other things. So it's been a while since I've been back.
You've been all over the place. What made you want to come back here?
A number of things. Won't get into some of those, but kind of a fresh start and do things different. So it's been a almost 25 years since I've been back. So it's been a long time.
So you're doing forecasts in Afghanistan?
I was doing it in Afghanistan. I did it California, Alaska. I've been pretty much all over the place doing stuff. So, but yeah, Afghanistan was the one place.
We're happy to have you.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to winter?
I am. I like winter.
I do too.
You're like me. I like cold. I don't like heat.
Yeah, I don't like the heat, but it's pretty nice out there right now.
You can't beat right now the conditions, upper 70s. So we'll look at what's coming up next and the next rain chances that'll be here shortly.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Are you tired of those outdated tiles, mold, mildew, and stains that won't budge? Call Mad City Baths for your dream bath or shower. Installed in as little as 1 day, backed with a lifetime warranty. With modern colors and patterns infused with microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning.
It's an old house, but it's a newer bathroom, and it's just bright and airy. I like it a lot.
Now, 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will save with free installation, 18 months, no interest, no payments, senior and military discounts. We'll take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward? Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
How do we make your glasses the same day? It's all done in store. Our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish, getting them back the same day. Quality, affordable glasses made in store, only at iMart Express.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
All right, it's been a really nice day and things to know that we're going to come into the day tomorrow and the next day. But overall, things to know that we're seeing 70s near 80s through Thursday. We're going to see dry through most of this week up to Thursday night, and then it gets wet and cool the weekend. It's not going to be one of the more pleasant weekends we've had recently. Overall, temperatures have reached actually the 80-degree mark in a few spots. Otherwise, mid-70s, upper 70s for most of the area. We're looking at a little bit of the same as we zoom into Madison, basically the Dane County area, mid to upper 70s for most of the locations under light north-northeast wind. As we look at the bigger picture, we got out to the west into the Gulf and to the Western Pacific. That's going to play a factor in our weather coming up. Actually, what it's going to do is the pattern is continue to be a ridge over the west, and then it curls back down as we get to the Midwest. We have one wave up to the International Falls, and we got another one out west, and that's going to be what's going to actually start to tip our scale to be more northerly flow. And then we're going to see what's going to go on with the precipitation coming. Zooming in, we saw that wave up there, but otherwise cloud cover is really what we're seeing. The upper level pattern, really the hot air, the ridge that we've seen out to the west is going to remain there and actually build up, and we're going to kind of buckle the jet stream down, and we're going to see upper level lows swing down, and that's going to be the unsettled weather through the weekend. And overall, the pattern doesn't really change that much as we go into next week either. So that's the good news. We won't see heat, but we will see precipitation chances. Cloud cover today, as we see, will clear out tonight, getting down to the upper 50s. Around 60 for most of the area. Tomorrow, not much different than today, maybe a few degrees warmer. Winds turn on the north-northeast. And then as we get into Thursday morning, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, cloud cover starts to increase. Winds start to turn around. We have a little bit of wave coming that won't provide much in cloud cover, but it's a sign of things to come as we get towards Thursday. And on Thursday on, this is just an idea of what the precipitation will look like as it pushes through Wisconsin, through the Midwest, and it's going to linger in through Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday, and there's signs it could even go further in the weekend too. So overall tonight we're seeing temperatures about mid-50s, upper 50s, light east, northeast. We're going to see tomorrow, once again, similar conditions, a few clouds out there, but otherwise around 80 degrees with northeast winds 5 to 10. And then even on Thursday, a little warmer, the winds will turn around, so we'll still sit about 79 or 80, but a few more clouds. And then as we see the 10-day, we notice that there's your rain chances coming in. It looks like Friday night, Saturday are going to be the best shot to see widespread rain, and that will linger into Saturday and Monday and potentially even beyond. And then if you look towards the end, there's even signs that we might see this pattern repeat next weekend too right now. So that looks to be the case. Overall, we're seeing good rainfall that's going to be coming into the area. Potentially up to an inch in some areas, maybe a little bit more. But overall for the month, we're actually above average for Dane, for the Madison airport. So we will still see more coming this way.
And Friday night football starts on Friday night. The high school season kicks off. Bring a poncho?
Yeah, it looks like that might be, and unfortunately some signs are pointing to maybe next Friday too. So the thunderstorms will be something we have to keep an eye on, but for right now, yeah, it does look kind of wet.
A wet, cool weekend.
I'll get my rain bonnet.
Had you dusted it off?
Yeah, it's ready.
All right, Greg. Thank you so much. And again, welcome. An 8-year-old boy from Menominee with a rock star do is advancing in the kids division of the USA Mullet Championship.
Oh boy. Ellie Jo Pomerleau met with the mullet boy and got the business and party info about his flow.
8-year-old Emmett Bailey, also known as Mullet Boy, got the chance to show off his hairstyle Thursday night when he threw the opening pitch for the Eau Claire Express game.
I'm pretty excited. I mean, it's a big deal. The Express are a big deal in the Eau Claire community and the community and ourselves, and so to have him out there throwing the first pitch is pretty exciting.
Emmett not only advancing onto the mount, but also to the top 25 in the kids division of the USA Mullet Championship. The achievement selected by voters on Facebook earlier this week.
It was extremely fun to watch the votes. So it started out at, I think there's 600 kids that made the Facebook cut, and then it went to 100. And then all of a sudden we're watching the votes, and he kept climbing and climbing and climbing, and then he went to the 25.
The 8-year-old says he's been waiting a while to show off his mullet.
Last year, my parents found out about it, but it already started, so then we did it this year.
For Emmett's dad, Eric, the USA Mullet Championship is all about inspiring people to bring the 80s hairstyle back while supporting a good cause.
So it started out just mullets in general. They've come back in full force, and they're pretty, I don't know, they're pretty fun to have. And it was $10 to enter, and then all the donations are going to the Michigan Wig Foundation for kids.
The winner of the contest will get $2,500. The Menominee student says he knows how he would spend the prize money.
Buy a go-kart.
That's what he said. He wants a go-kart. So we're a big race family, so I told him if he wants a go-kart to start his racing career, by all means, Dad will help you out with the rest.
And if you're looking to add a little business to the front and party in the back of your hair, Eric has some fatherly advice.
It does take some time to grow, because this is 2 years in the making to get this one. But have fun with it.
Win or lose, the Baileys say the experience has already been more than they could have asked for. In Eau Claire, Ellie Pomerleau, WEAU 13 News.
It's pretty stylish. Would you ever try that?
What conditioner does he use? It's very nice.
Yeah, you know.
No, I've never had a mullet, but I bet you have.
Oh, yeah, I had one. Not quite as intense as that, but, you know, a little something back there. So maybe I'll bring it back. I don't know.
All right, well, wait a couple years.
Stay tuned.
Voting for the kids division, by the way, in the U.S. Mullet Championship is not yet live, so we'll check back on that.
Hope he gets a lot of support.
Coming up next year on Live at 4, looking to cut costs at home, Consumer Reports shares easy and sustainable swaps to save money and reduce waste.
And then at 5, drug overdoses have been on the rise over the last 20 years, with a special increase over the last 2 years. Reporter Andrew Banstra is standing by to tell us how 2021 compared.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
It's a spa. It's my way. I go there, fill up the bathtub, turn on the jets, and I just relax. It's now my spa.
With a new walk-in tub from Mad City Baths, you'll enjoy relaxing hydrotherapy with an easy access design. And for those who prefer a shower, we can transform your old bath space with a custom tub-to-shower conversion installed in as little as 1 day. Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers, an A+ rating with the BBB, and now 30 homeowners will get special savings with free installation on a new bath or shower. 18 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts. Plus, we'll compensate you for your time. Call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're two peas in a pod. Both career politicians in way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
Tonight at 5, over 500 guns collected over the weekend in the first ever gift card for guns event. Will this collection of guns keep residents safer?
Well, our quiet and cool weather has an end in sight. We're tracking some potential showers that could interrupt our weekend plans coming up at 5.
Then at 6, a mother makes a tough decision to have her infant vaccinated today. How a local museum is making it a little easier. That's coming up tonight at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Boston, Mass.
I like what you did there. Boston, 74 degrees there. Just a nice day, just like here. I've never been to Boston.
You should go. A lot of history in Boston.
Yeah. Fan of the cream pie, though. The Boston cream pie.
I know, I got it. Tea? Like tea? The
tea is pretty good.
Tea party?
Yeah, anyway.
All right. Well, you know the expression reduce, reuse, recycle, like we just did? While many of us recycle, you might wonder what else you can do to reduce waste.
A Consumer Report says there are easy swaps you can make in your home that can help you reduce your waste and even save you some money.
Lee Lynchai tells us more.
Our daily habits can sometimes be a burden on our budget and the environment. Some easy swaps can help your wallet and the planet. Consumer Reports' Dan Rulowski says start simple.
Replacing your old incandescent bulbs with new LED light bulbs. These can make a big dent in your electric bill.
Another way to take those savings further is to actually replace them with smart bulbs.
You can program smart bulbs to automatically turn on and off at specific times of the day.
Having all those lights just turn off automatically, that'll help you eke out those extra savings.
Smart bulbs can be pricey. This one from WISC offers automation at a lower cost compared to many of the other bulbs Dan checked out. Next up, if you need that daily dose of soda or seltzer, you can save money with a soda maker. Say you drink a liter of seltzer a day and it costs about 90 cents. Swap that for this $80 SodaStream Terra, and in 4 months, it'll pay for itself. Finally, this swap might be tougher. Paper towel alternatives. CR's Paul Hope recently tried several of them.
My family and I were going through close to 2 dozen rolls of paper towels a month. Reusable paper towels offer a paper-free alternative that's better for the earth and that saves money.
These from Mio Eco Towels are biodegradable, absorbent, and offer a textured surface that's great for scrubbing tougher messes. But Paul says you don't need to spend that much money to reduce your paper waste. He actually prefers these 12 by 12 regular washcloths. They're versatile, absorbent, and budget-friendly. And when they get too stained, instead of tossing, Paul repurposes the washcloths for outside use. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Lynchide.
And investing in a soda maker can also help reduce plastic waste.
Well, to see if buying a soda maker is worth it for you and your family, you can check out CR's Soda Maker calculator at cr.org/soda maker.
I don't drink any soda, so...
Well, you don't have a soda maker. Maybe if you did.
Maybe I did.
Yeah.
Still to come before Dane County is back in the high COVID category.
We'll find out why our designation seems to go up and down on a regular basis. UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff joins us when Live at 4 continues.
Attention homeowners, don't miss this opportunity. 30 homeowners will receive special savings on a new bath or shower from Mad City Baths. For a safe, enjoyable shower experience, take a look at our walk-in showers with a low step-in, grab bars, handhelds, and comfortable seating. Add style with premium wall colors like Sierra Sand, Arctic Ice, White Travertine, and more. Infused with microban antimicrobial protection. Time's running out to call. Be one of 30 homeowners who receive free installation on a new bath or shower. 18 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts. We'll take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about our designer kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry, with honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. So when you need a plumber for an important upgrade or 24-hour emergency service, call RHD. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises with the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, wow. Packer Scratch Games are back, and there's a chance to win 2 season tickets for 2 years?
Piggies in a blankie.
Thank you.
Wisconsin Lottery Packers Scratch Games are back with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packer season tickets for 2 years. With prizes this exciting, everything feels like an opportunity for a big play. Available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
All right, go Pack Go, man.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked 3rd shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All right, traffic, actually, we've picked up a crash. If you get down to Southtown Drive down there, it's actually indicated up in the red right here. So besides that, everything else is looking green, but that area is of note right now that just popped up probably about the last 20 minutes here. Overall, as you zoom out, besides that incident, there actually is nothing else going on. Interstates are all good. All the other major highways throughout the state are good, as would be expected during this time of year-end day. So basically, keep it quiet, keep it calm, and drive well, and just avoid this area. So in the meantime, I'll take it back to you guys.
All right, thank you. Well, we now know what to call the latest addition to the Cincinnati Zoo's hippo exhibit. Now, this baby calf, born on August 3rd, is named Fritz. Zoo officials opened the vote to the public, who chose between Ferguson and Fritz. More than 223,000 votes came in from the U.S. and dozens of countries. The zoo's head hippo keeper says Fritz is appropriate since his mother's birth control ended up being on the Fritz. So it all works. Fritz's older sister Fiona became a viral celebrity in 2017 when she was born premature and severely underweight.
The ear thing. I mean, can that be any cuter?
I know. Look at them. Oh, well, good for that little family. New guidelines surrounding COVID protocols have been put into place, with the changes being driven by recognition that an estimated 95% of Americans 16 and older have acquired some level of immunity.
Here to discuss those protocols and to help us understand the reasoning behind the changes here in Dane County, Jeff Potoff, Chief Quality Officer, UW Health. Doctor, good to see you again.
Good to see you guys.
So the CDC moved Dane County back into the high category on Monday. Well, up and down, back and forth, what's happening with that?
Yeah, so when we look at these community transmission levels, it really has two big buckets. So one is total number of cases, like how many cases do you have in your county? But the second thing is like how full, how taxed are your health systems? And as those numbers kind of come together, you can pop in and out of these red and yellow statuses. So like you mentioned, a week ago we were yellow, now we're getting back to red. It really is helpful in trying to educate folks on what level of mitigation should you take to both protect yourself and your community.
Let's talk about this 95% number that the CDC came out with. People either had vaccines or have been exposed. Is that herd immunity?
So not herd immunity in the sense that it doesn't mean that so many of us have immunity that the virus can no longer spread to other people. With these subvariants, people are getting sick, although more moderately with these Omicron variants. But what it does mean is that that risk of severe disease goes down because at least your immune system has some inkling of what it's up again. And that would bear out in what we're seeing in hospitalization data, where we see people hospitalized, but the percent of those that are in the ICUs is much lower, the percent dying is lower. So it's a good thing. It probably allows us to back down on mitigation, not because we won't have people that get COVID, but because the consequences of getting COVID aren't as dire as they were earlier in the pandemic.
Well, the Madison Metropolitan School District just announced that masking will be optional. So what does that tell us for schools going back?
Yeah, I think, for a lot of schools, they will be going to mask optional, and that might work, especially if our numbers are just a little bit on the lower side. As far as the risk to the kids themselves, if they really do have this much immunity and they aren't as likely to get severely ill, it'd probably be okay. I think the thing that schools could struggle with is if we have, say, really high levels of COVID, we pull away masking, staff may be out, and it might be hard to run the school if you have too many staff out. So that's one thing that I would watch going into the school year is the staffing, but the risk for severe disease is lower.
But the vaccination rate for kids is pretty low. I mean, parents just aren't getting their kids vaccinated for this. Why not?
Yeah, I don't have a magic ball for the why not. Certainly from the medical perspective, if you talk to doctors, pediatricians, all of them are going to say, yeah, get your kid vaccinated. We know that the rate of adverse events that people associate with the vaccine, say heart inflammation or blood clots, are many-fold higher in kids who actually get COVID. So you're not saving them there. And you likely decrease the risk of long-haul COVID, which could keep your kids out of extracurricular sports and drama and things like that. So if you haven't gotten them vaccinated, everything would point towards that being a good decision. Get those kids vaccinated.
Yeah, especially before we do enter into the school year to avoid any types of surges. I mean, is that really key for people to understand now?
Right. So vaccination, at least for a short period of time, will prevent you from getting any symptoms at all. So you can prevent surges. But even if the vaccines get a little bit older in the tooth and kids are getting symptoms, they're less likely to get more ill, which is a great thing. And decreases that risk of long-haul symptoms, which no one wants their kids to be fatigued and have brain fog.
Moderna's new vaccine got some initial approval today. We're targeting this BA.5.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, I don't want to jinx us, but right now BA.5 is the predominant variant. So Moderna having a vaccine that is hybrid is the old vaccine plus specific protection against BA.5 could be a good thing. I haven't seen good data on just how effective it is against BA.5, but the fact that it's specifically targeted and BA.5 is still out there, not a bad thing.
Yeah. Is it also important to remind everyone that, you know, that this isn't fall of 2020. We're 2 years out. We do have these protocols and these vaccines to help us get through. I think a lot of people are nervous about the fall.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're a completely different place this year compared to last year on a number of fronts. One, a lot of people have been infected or they're vaccinated, boosted. That reduces severe disease. We've got therapeutics out there that further reduce the risk of hospitalization. Yeah, I mean, you really can't compare it. And we're still talking about COVID. You need to be smart about it. But the risk to yourself, especially risk of, you know, severe disease or death, much, much lower today than it was a year ago.
But this thing has thrown a lot of curveballs at us in the last 2.5 years. Just when we think, okay, and then boom.
It certainly seems like it.
It's a wily virus.
Yeah, these viruses, like they evolve. They evolve sometimes quickly.
So we're still expecting to get a flu shot this fall.
Yeah, you want to get a flu shot. We could have a pretty robust flu season. So you know, if you haven't thought about the flu for a couple years, this would be a year where when those shots are available, go ahead and get that too.
Yeah,
and you can get them both together?
You can get them together, but we haven't got a combo, so you're looking at 2 shots, not one, but, you know, left arm, right arm, right?
Actually,
balance it out.
There you go. Yeah, well, time will tell. As we say, you never know.
You never know.
All right. Jeff, good to see you again.
Thanks.
We'll see you next week.
See you guys again.
And we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Senator Johnson's working family defined him. He and his brothers and sisters were raised by 2 loving parents with deep faith who taught him the value of work. As a young man, he shoveled driveways, mowed lawns, delivered papers, caddied, played Little League baseball, and baled hay on his uncle's farm. At 15, he got a dishwashing job at Walgreens Grill and became night manager before he was 16. After college, he married Jane, his wife of 45 years, and moved to Oshkosh to start a manufacturing business with Jane's brother. For the first year, the two traded 12-hour shifts. Over the next 30 years, Senator Johnson performed just about every task in that business. He installed and operated the equipment, loaded trucks, kept the books, and sold its products all over the world. His business didn't export jobs, it exported plastic. His quiet but extensive charitable work was never done for show, but simply to lend a helping hand, a value he learned from our parents. He's my brother and my best friend.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Over 500 guns collected over the weekend in the first ever Gift Cards for Guns event. But some feel it was a waste of money. Will this collection of guns keep residents safer? We're looking for answers tonight at 5. On a mission to rescue and rehabilitate birds of prey.
You're just the underdogs, you know, you're just rooting for them.
Mark Kane shows you how these breathtaking birds are getting a second life in hopes of one day soaring to freedom again. Thursday at 6.
All right, as we see the last look at the weather, a nice picture from Platteville skies. You see a fair weather queue that should begin to actually clear out later this evening, so conditions will actually become mostly clear, but there are a few clouds out there right now. Temperatures this evening should fall down to the mid-60s by about 10 o'clock tonight, and like I said, clear skies out and pleasant conditions. 3 things you got to know. Like I said, these conditions continue through Thursday, upper 70s near 80, and then dry, and then yes, the wet and cool weekend is coming, really starting kind of Friday afternoon. But then Saturday gets wet, and this could continue through Sunday and even into Monday. So we'll see if that continues. 10-day, like I mentioned, we got the thunderstorms coming up. Heavy rain. We could see a lot of areas pick up a ½ inch to an inch throughout this whole 3-day period. And then temperatures cool Saturday and Sunday, mid-70s, maybe even low 70s. And then next week we'll start to come back up a little bit. So Julian will have more on the details, including how much and kind of timing later on in the broadcast this evening. Back to you, Mark.
All right, Greg, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company takes your plant questions live.
And Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council has some beef salad recipes that you're going to want to try.
I'm a mom of 4 kids. We have 1 in high school, a toddler, and our latest addition, 7-month-old twins. I can appreciate the impacts of inflation. DC liberals just keep spending. All that money isn't free, and families are paying the price. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to help Wisconsin families. He voted against reckless spending that caused inflation and to cut waste in Washington. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to keep fighting to stop the spending and hold DC liberals accountable.
Sometimes life can get pretty busy in an active household. So that's why Menards makes things just a little bit easier for you. Start a door design and choose a style that's right for you and everything else you look for in a quality door. Mastercraft offers fast, free delivery on personalized doors to any Menards store. Use our door designer on Menards.com to get your door your way. Mastercraft Doors, 11% off at Menards.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
What's so great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love, and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
Save yourself. Money with farmers?
That's not wrong. When you bundle your home and auto policies with Farmers, you save yourself up to 20%.
That's something.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers. Kind of creepy.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're 2 peas in a pod. Both career politicians and way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
On today's Final Touch, a snake takes a YouTuber's invention for a little test drive.
A first-time snake walk looking like a cakewalk. Behold, a snake ditches the slither and takes a walk using a 4-legged robotic contraption. YouTuber Alan Pan has a soft spot for snakes, and he feels bad. Snakes lost their legs due to evolution more than 100 million years ago. Get over it, Alan. Anyway, Pan came up with a high-tech transport tube with 4 multi-joint robotic legs. He took it to a snake breeder for a test drive, and after a bumpy start, it actually worked. Video of this robot-assisted snake walk has more than 2 million views in 2 days.
This is how horror movies start.
What the heck?
It looks like the snake's having a good time. He's not throwing a hissy fit about it.
As it were. All right, that's our time for now.
That's it. You've had enough.
I'm done.
All right.
We'll see you back here again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. News 3 Now 5 starts right now.